My thumb is almost covered in the stink, but there's no sticky left on it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome.
Although, there's a chance by the time you see this, it's actually going to be afternoon. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say, welcome to the most dangerous show of the week.
I have to rearrange. It's the Sun Dragon Sideshow VSC edition. I'm sorry, I just saw myself on camera. That's always a problem. and my little point thing on my nuncho, my lazy sweater, was not pointing down. It was pointing off to the side. I still like the back, like.
The back is pretty.
Wait, okay. Ta-da! This is not part of the VSC, but it is the week to get your kits for the Nancho, for the Casa Pinka Nancho, where you can get a code that will work this weekend for the free pattern for this. Ta-da! And we'll keep relisting. Like, I know I need to do introductions. Hang on. We'll keep relisting. Rearranging. Ready? So many ways to wear this. Low collar, high collar. I don't know, but we'll keep. Oh, I just totally messed.
Issues
Hot
this morning.
Mess. Hi. We'll keep relisting kits as we sell them if we have inventory available to fill them. And if you see a combo you really, really want and it says no stock in your size, email or call us and we'll let you know if that's indeed the case or we just haven't been able to relist it yet. Okay. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I am the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in sunny and mildly, nicely temperate for the morning. I didn't need to turn the heat on driving my car in to work today, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
And she said something about it getting hot today.
Yeah, it's going to be like yesterday.
Yeah. So side plug for this, check out the listing because the different kits we've put together will have different levels of warmth once you make it. Like I would call this a mid-level warmth because the main yarn in it is alpaca, linen, and viscose bamboo. So the alpaca is warm, but the other stuff is not as warm. And so, I'm not feeling too bad in it right now, but we are in a climate controlled indoor setting. If I wore this outside right now, I'd be hot. I wouldn't die. I'd just be uncomfortable because I wore a wool jacket that I've knit into the shop today just because I was like, I can't go in a t-shirt.
She cannot come in short sleeves. Like she has to be prepared for all eventualities. So if we got a cold front, she'd be prepared to go home. I'd have to scavenge shawls from the shop to go.
Well, but okay. I knew once I was here, I could layer to whatever level, but getting here, yes, sometimes I make sure I have layers because the lessons my parents drilled into me as a child finally sank in. But but we have kits that are made out of 100% merino, be it superwash or not. There's kind of a combo depending on what you're getting. And that's going to be a lot warmer than this. And then we have some combos we've put together that are either cotton or maybe a cotton wool blend and on the thinner side. And those are going to be more perhaps summer appropriate. So look at the fiber because that can determine the drape of this and that can determine what temperatures you can wear it in. The list goes on and on.
Sometimes merino will be a little bit lighter, like it also moisture wicks.
Yeah, I mean, merino has pluses and minuses in terms of warmth or cool, but I'm just saying the merino ones the fiber spates kits we put together
are thicker,
will feel denser than this.
Yes.
The other ones we put together some ones that are Patagonia and Alba, which is a blend, and they're thinner, so they might feel just as light as this one, but they are wool. Moisture wicking. Listen to her. I don't know. It'll be fun. And you can, through we will keep handing out codes over the weekend. I am ready to transition to this in just a second, but I want to keep reiterating this every day this week so people have opportunities. We will keep giving, if you buy it, if you wait till over the weekend, like as things sell, we might try to put together more combos as we have time, but we cannot guarantee that because like yesterday, we had no time. None. Done. We got some yarn in of the Summer Delight that might make some lovely combos, but we don't know if we're going to have time to put them up. So you might have to contact the shop if you'd like a different color combo. If it's not listed as a kit, you got to go buy the pieces yourself and it'll cost just a hair more than buying it as a kit. We can't substitute on the kits. But if we get the kit up, woohoo, if you want your own colors, go for it. Go with your bad self. If you buy this weekend, like we are not open Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Monday is off the books for this promotion anyway. If you buy the pattern on Saturday or Sunday, if we see the email on time, we will email you a code. If you buy it late in the day on Sunday, we may not be able to get you the code in time.
The promotion goes well into our evening, early night.
Yeah, it goes until midnight Pacific time.
Which is like 3 a.m. our time.
I'm not staying up that late. I'm sorry. So I would try to buy it by Saturday. And no, you can't come to the shop and pick it up if you're local, but we will send you a code so you can at least get your pattern. Like we had a few people buy it yesterday, and people we have to ship the yarn to, USPS online is having some issues this morning. So we might not be able to ship the yarn out till tomorrow, but we will email you the code. So even if the yarn arrives after the promotion is over, you will have the code to take advantage of the pattern this weekend, getting the pattern free.
So check your email if you're ordering online because we will email that code.
Yes.
Make sure your email's working.
Yeah. Make sure it's the right email. Because we've had people say, I placed an order. Did you get it? And I said, we sent confirmations and pickups to your email. But if you didn't put your email in right, but contacting us, then maybe we get your right email. Anyway. Okay. Enough about that, which is good to talk about, but enough about that. Let's talk about sale yarns.
Products of the week.
Products of the week. Yes.
They're not quite sale yards yet.
Oh, I forgot to look for any notions. So we'll probably take a break from notions this week. Fine. We're getting more notions in all the time and we love our notions, but I don't know if we're putting anything new up this week. So we'll focus on a couple of yarns this week. There's always next week. Anyway, what?
It's product of the week. It's not sale yarn.
What?
Sale yarn. Product of the week.
Don't tell people we have other stuff hidden that's on sale. Don't do that.
It goes into the support me, surprise me sale bin boxes.
Yes. We have to be careful of our language. Yes, there is a sale section you cannot see at the base of the pretty wall that no one can come rifle through. People used to. We don't do that anymore. COVID. But that's what Liz pulls the surprise me sale bin support boxes from. That's absolutely true. And so you don't get like a random pick of yarns from the whole shop for the surprise me sale bin support boxes. That might be important to clarify. Yeah. You get the pick from yarns in the sale bin, which we have tons of, but it's going to be random things that are available.
We have less since I started making the.
Well, maybe I should DX some more yarns so we have more. She's not happy about that. Okay, but no, the products of the week. Thank you. Coffee is somewhere in my system. So products of the week are 15% off as soon as I get them in the right categories. But both of these yarns are online, so it should, by the time you view this video, I should have done the magic. So they are in the right category. And then the code product of the week with spaces should get you 15% off on these items until next Wednesday. Be on the safe side, I'd buy them by Tuesday. So one is a new yarn to online, but one I've been playing around with, and I'll try to grab.
We both have been playing around with it recently.
Right. It's crimped alpaca, and it's really fun. So we have a warmer yarn and a cooler yarn.
It's like oversized mohair because
yes,
it's like a worsted weight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I described when I put it up online in the listing, I described it as, people who want the halo, the fluff, the fun of mohair, but don't want to deal with super, super skinny yarn. Crimped alpaca. It's really fun.
It is.
I've shown you guys the project I'm making with it, but I'm going to get it. It's not in that bag. Okay, hang on.
I know where mine is. Oh, I'm actually working with it in 2 different projects. What? It's in my Scrappy, and then actually there'll be 3 when I start my sister's Papillon.
This is my box of things that people mauled yesterday. So I'm not working on it right now.
You say mauled like it's a bad thing.
Fondled and mauled. Yes, I do say it like it's a good thing for those people so they could feel what it is like to knit up. It's a bad thing for me to work on it anytime, this is not as bad as it looks, maybe. For me to work on it anytime in the next, couple of days. I just let it sit and hand sanitize a lot. That's almost free. Oops. You had the same problem this morning.
I did, because last night after knit night, I took all of my projects that were sort of separate and I just wadded them up and threw them in the bag. And a couple of balls decided not to go in the bag. So anyway.
Did I mention we sell project bags that I don't use to keep projects separate so they don't tangle? I've thought about bringing some new fancier ones in. I keep not doing that. I might have to do that.
The funny thing
calling
is,
my name.
I bought project bags on Friday, to put some of my projects
yeah, you did.
in.
Did you not use them?
No, I haven't.
Not my problem or my fault. Okay, this is a hot mess.
So while she's untangling that,
why don't you read some
I'm
stats?
going to read some stats. So we are going to be talking about Wool Addicts Water. It's the crimped alpaca. It's fantastic. It's
not the mohair that's tangled right now. The crimped alpaca isn't tangled with the mohair. It is fantastic.
Is oddly enough 100% baby alpaca.
It looks like there's a core and fuzziness in it, but it's all alpaca, which is also
so the
wonderful.
core and the fuzzy are alpaca. It's not like the silk mohair where it's the silk core and the mohair in there. 50 grams will get you 140 meters.
So yeah, they're 50-gram balls. There's not necessarily a ton of yardage on these balls. Like the project I'm trying to untangle and show you is probably going to take, according to my calculations based on her pattern, is probably going to take 4 of them. I'm almost through. Like, this is all I have left of my first one. So, but 50 grams, keep that in mind. It fluffs wonderfully though. So don't be misled by, there's not a whole lot of yardage. Use a bigger needle. It'll fill the space.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The Papillon that I'm putting it in is on a 9. They are recommending a needle of 4.5 to 5 millimeters. So a 7 to an 8.
Yep. I'm knitting my thing that I'm still untangling on an 8.
Yeah.
I could have, the pattern's written for a 7. I probably could have been fine on a 7.
I like giving it room to fluff, because if you do it too tight, it dampens or clumps up the alpaca.
You lose the effect of all the fuzzy.
Yep.
But you can.
Use detergent for wool wash without softener. It is machine washable, lay flat to dry.
Most of Wool Addicts is they've made it machine washable. I still, when in doubt,
hand wash it.
Hand wash stuff. Anything is hand washable. But, if it gets in the washer, according to Wool Addicts, which is a sub company of Lang Yarns, it should be okay.
We are retailing each ball for $17.95, 15% off this week.
Yes. You guys get to do the math on that, or put the code into the system to do the math on that, because I don't know. I can't do that in my head. See, my mohair is all tangled, but I have got my Wool Addicts is completely free of this tangled mess, which is what I care about at the moment. So the crimped alpaca is the closest thing we have to Espace Tricot, the chevron cloud. It's the creamy part of this. It's the thicker part of this. And her original pattern was for, I forget what the yarn was, but it was like a thicker mohair that kind of had a wavy, chunky look to it. Like it kind of did a little spirally back and forth. That's what this does. Like if you take a look at that yarn, see that fluff? And you almost can't even see the zigzag of the crimp in here. Put it on my forehead. Ta-da! It's really fun to knit with because it's not as heavy as a densely twisted yarn. And if you like alpaca, I think it's got more structure than regular alpaca. We usually don't recommend that people make garments out of 100% alpaca because it grows under its own weight. This could, we have no idea, but Wool Addicts has written sweaters for this, you know, and it could be that the way it's structured with a core with kind of a crimped spiral around it, it might hold its shape better. Don't hold me to that, but it's really fun and soft and fluffy and not super thick, but not super thin either. And we have a wonderful color palette.
We do. So, would you like to see it?
I think they would like to see it. Would the people at home like to see it? We might return to talking about these colors tomorrow because we're going to talk about like how kits. A lot about kits and how we come up with different color combinations. And I made kits for this with different color combinations online. You can see it online, but we won't show you those today, but we can show you all these colors. Now, here's the thing. I've mentioned before, Wool Addicts thing. I'm just getting this out of the way. Wool Addicts is like the cool, hip offshoot of Lang Yarns. Lang Yarns is like, hello. And Wool Addicts
would you like to have a cup of tea?
Yeah. And Wool Addicts is like, hey, we're cool. Yeah. I don't know. But
coffee.
Sure. But they are owned by Lang Yarns, and their idea, they started this company not long after I started the shop. I want to say within the first year the shop opened, my Lang rep said, hey, have you heard about Wool Addicts? And they probably about the same time that like what is it? Now I'm gonna forget the company. But I Love Knitting is the American version of it, but the Wool something or other that's helpful, right? Over in the UK was
Wool in the Gang.
Wool in the Gang. Yes, see? She gets my brain. Wool in the Gang was doing all this, hey, knitting is cool. And so Lang said, I want in on that. So they did Wool Addicts and said, hey, knitting is cool. And see, we already knew that. But trying to get to a young, hipper audience, and I don't know if it worked or not, but here's what they did is they started with only 3 or 4 lines of yarn, and not all of them. One of the second time they came out with new yarns, one of them is called Happiness, which we've talked about before, which is actually has no wool in it, but Wool Addicts is the brand. It's very confusing. Like this one, there's no wool. It's alpaca, but the cool brand name is Wool Addicts. Okay, so this is like, where are you going with this?
No, I just sit here and watch you squirrel.
Wee. They came out with neutrals, like a set of core 4, 5, maybe 6 neutrals. We don't bring all the colors in because the shop is huge, but it's not that big. And then every year they started to release accent colors.
And some of the accent colors have gone away.
Yeah, some of them they didn't stick with. And so there's at least one that we have like 2 or 3 balls of left. But we're not going to show it to you today. If you're like, but email or come by the shop to see it. There's only 3 left and we can't get it again. So we're not going, I would say we're not going to torture you with it, but we just did. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I honestly am not. I think everything we have here on the table we can reorder, but I'm not positive about that because again, some of the accent colors, especially sometimes the neutrals go too because they're like, no one's interested. But they keep adding new trends and new colors, and we go, ooh, that's cool. We bring it in, and we go, that's really close to what we already have, and we don't. So you can't get every single color. If you go look up Wool Addicts, this one's called Water. If you go look that up online and go, those colors are fabulous. We have some of them.
And like this year, we decided to get 2, a blue and their tomato red.
We could start with the new colors.
Yeah. So
they had 2 blue. Well, they had like another blue and they might have had another yellow or something like that.
They had a different yellow, or we have the old yellow.
We have the old yellow and we really like it.
The new yellow just is more
it might
intense.
Be lighter or brighter or something.
Yeah. It's not the
Here's the other thing.
Sunflowery, it's yellow.
Here's the other thing. And we love the golden mustardy yellow. It's been trendy for years. It's not a fad, it's a trend. Hey. Here's the other thing is wait, are we gonna do like, well, we still have some in front of us. Color numbers and stuff. That worked well. They are in front of the camera, you just can't see
well,
them.
see, here are this year's colors of the year.
Oh, okay. Well, the brighter yellow might be why they did that, because the brighter it might be. But we have a yellow.
We have a yellow.
Anyway. I forgot what I was gonna say because you started throwing yarn around.
Squirrel.
Oh, I remember. The word squirrel apparently can trigger things. No, it's really hard to tell from the pictures online what it's actually going to look like, because some of the happiness colors we stole from the pictures online, and people ordered it, and I said, "Are you sure? Because here's what it really looks like." And they went, "Ooh, no, that is not my color at all." And I said, "Okay, that I need to take more photos. When is the question?" Okay, so let's go through those lovely primary colors that we just showed you. There was a I have given these only.
They only have numbers.
I should finish the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
They only have numbers online. And so I have given them my names. So you know that the number corresponds to a color, and you pick the right one from the drop-down menu when you pick them online. Because you do have to select from the drop-down menu. If you just go to the site and you click on a photo and say add to cart, it's not going to work. It's going to put whatever was on the drop-down menu. Like the system that we have that we cannot change because it's not in our control to change this part of it. It's controlled by the big company that controls my point of sale system. And we do love overall my point of sale system because we have so much yarn to keep track of in the shop. Oh my gosh. It does not sync up. It lets me in the back end sync up the picture with the item, but it does not change the item you selected by clicking on the photo. I can't stress that enough. You need to use the drop-down menu to select items. Most people get that. Most people have no issue with that. I'm just letting you know. I wish it was super, super simple. It's only simple. So
okay, so in that we got that you named them colors, but
yeah.
We just have numbers point. And I've just kind of.
I can try to remember the colors. Okay, so what's the blue? What's the number on the blue?
35.
35. I believe I called it deep blue because it is a dark blue. It's not navy. It is a nice, luscious. I feel like we've talked about this before. Did we talk about this with a different yarn? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully we haven't done this before.
I figured we'd just hold colors up and people could go.
It's okay. Well, I can tell you what I think I called them online.
Okay.
Because we do need to keep going because we should open the shop soon. So
yeah, we have 15 minutes and one more yarn.
Ready? Go, 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 go. So, okay. Deep blue. It's not royal. It's not navy. It's right in between.
11.
I just called that one yellow. I want to give you fingers right now, but we're on camera. I'll save them for later.
75.
I called it red orange because it's
red orange.
Yeah. See, most of these are accurate. It could have said tomato, I could have, I wasn't going to be froofy with the names.
3.
That one is light gray. Still not on camera. I love it. The wall's not high enough.
5.
5 is, I called it dark gray. It's kind of a charcoal. Okay, we need to keep moving. It's true.
96.
96, I called that taupe because it is. Those, by the way, we're doing a lot of the neutrals just there.
Yes.
Wait, before you go to that one, the other ones I would consider neutral instead of pop colors.
Yeah. 70.
Yeah. That one's off black. Because hang on, before you go to another one.
They do have
you can almost see like a little bit of guard hairs and stuff.
Yeah.
You can what?
Do they have a darker than that?
They might online. They might have a black, and we got one that was just shy of black. So I called it off black. That's our terminology.
94.
I think I called that one natural. That's the one I'm using in my that's the one I'm using in my Chevron Cloud. Natural.
Okay, this one I kind of consider more neutrally. It's brown.
But it's an accent color because
It's
it's not
15.
it's not
What-
fully neutral. I called it burnt sienna. That's the artsy side of me. Because it is. It's kind of
It
a
is.
warm,
It is.
you know, it's as close as we're gonna get to burnt sienna. This is an original accent color.
74.
And I called that aqua. It was really hard. It's kind of aqua. It's kind of, oh, look, that one went on camera. But you know, here's a like second round accent color.
18.
Forest green. I called this forest green. Not
Actually,
just
I
green.
think it was a teal. Like
In other colors, in other yarns for that accent,
all the
it
dyes
was-
took different to all the different yarns.
I'm not so sure if it was the same dye on different yarns. I think for different textures, they decided to change the shade a little bit too. Maybe we don't know. We're theorizing here, but that on this yarn, it looks forest green.
Yeah.
On the air, which is another fluffy yarn, it's like this luscious teal. This one is green.
And on the Wool Addicts Fire, it's like a deep green teal.
Yeah, it's weird. It's interesting.
64.
I called that burgundy because it was like a wine almost with a purple tinge to it, but it's not purple. It's a deep red. So okay, we have 12 colors. It's pretty awesome. We have a 13th color with 3 skeins that we're not showing you. If you're really dying to know what that mystery color is and get those 3 skeins out of our hair, come by the shop. Okay. The other yarn, excuse me. The other yarn we're going to talk about today is from Plymouth. It's already up online. It's something I really need to try to play around with, and I haven't yet. So this is going to force me to make something out of this. And we have 1, 2, 3. We have 5 colors. We had 6, and we ran out of 1, and I haven't reordered it yet. So
It is 100%.
Wait. The name is Pendenza. I haven't told you the name yet. Pendenza. Go ahead.
It's 100% Egyptian cotton, mercerized and gassed.
And I'm not exactly sure what that means. Mercerized is a way to make it, and I can't remember if it makes it more or less water absorbent. I wouldn't make dishcloths out of this. It's got a nice silky feel. I don't know what the gassed means. I actually might try to look that up.
Machine wash cold, gentle, cycle, tumble dry, low. They are recommending a US 5 needle. 100 grams will get you 240 yards. We are retailing them for $16.50. This week you get 15% off.
So, okay, how much, what was the yardage on it again?
240.
240 yards for
100 grams.
100 grams. A US 5.
Kind of puts it
Kind of
in
a DK.
DK.
I mean, I look at the thickness of it. It visually looks more like a sport weight, but which is why I'm going to their site to see what they might say about it. But that means you could use it for a lot of different patterns, I think. And here's the thing that is kind of cool about it is it fades through colors as you knit. It's not necessarily a gradient yarn for the whole yarn. Like I think it's gonna do some.
It goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Like out of one color into the next color, and out of that color, and back.
Mm-hmm. They're
Weaves.
calling it a DK on their website. Yes. Machine wash cold, tumble dry low. They're not really explaining what the mercerized and gassed means. I think it gives it a sheen and it kind of thins it out a little bit. I'm totally making stuff up here, but it looks like it has a nice sheen.
It does. It's a shiny. It's a nice. It almost has the same outside look as the Jody Long. Like if you look real close, it looks like it's wrapped around a core.
Yeah, I think it's just plied.
But it's just
but
plied.
Yeah. So I might try to look up while we're showing off colors and things on a different page what happens. But they have some little color card samples here that I can try to show you as Liz tells you about colors.
So this one is lime green mix. And most of the balls we have look like that.
This is their little, here's what it looks like knit up, right?
But this is the coolie bit. It goes into the teal.
Mm-hmm.
It gets really pretty.
We're just gonna like
Pop that back.
we're gonna de-hair it there. Woo! Look at that inside. Some of them you'll see 2 skeins and go, that's not the same color, and it is.
This one is denim and navy mix, and it's lighter and darker. And there's even some different, yeah.
Okay. What the next one looks kind of like it, but kind of not.
This one is a blue gray mix. And looking at the inside of the balls, there's taupe and you get all different. This already has some of the outside on.
So those are two the same. Yep. Ooh, that next one, peacock. It's called peacock. What?
Yes.
Oh, gray peacock on my thing.
Oh, it is yellow and blues and grays and.
Maybe I need to change the name because it's gray peacock. It does that. To me, that's the most interesting to try to create something out of.
And there's the.
Because I'm like, which one should I knit with? I don't know. Is that the hot pink?
Not yet. Now it is. And then it's hot pink.
It has light to dark pinks in it, like that. I'm gonna see.
Same yarn. There we go.
Hang on. I'm. So, what colorway do you think I should knit a sample out of? By the way, hang on. We had another one in stock. It's not in stock now. Here's the thing. I'm happy to reorder it because that was the most popular one. It was called Purple Teal and it looked like that. And I'm happy to reorder it. However, we don't know if it's going to be in stock and come in anytime soon. So if you would like to order that, you probably need to reach out to the shop and we'll arrange something or I'll see if I can get it in and then, but if you contact us during this week, I'll offer you the discount price if we can get it in when it comes in. But hang on, I wanna look up one thing really, really quickly here. Mercerized.
You were gonna do that while I was looking at colors.
I was showing samples of colors and how they knit up on my phone. You saw it, right? Mercerized and gassed yarn is mercerized cotton yarn that has been exposed very rapidly to a hot gas flame. This process removes any fuzz or excess lint on the thread. And then that repeats itself, apparently. This process removed any fuzz or excess lint on the thread.
Oh.
So that's what came up first. What does comb, mercerized, and gassed mean is on another one. But that's why it looks so shiny and consistent. Is it has been exposed to a very hot flame, which has removed it of any weird fluffs. And that explains the sheen, right?
Yeah.
So combed, hang on, I want to say mercerization, gassed cotton yarns. Blah, 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 blah. This results in a brighter and smoother appearance.
Takes care of all the wispies.
Yes. So you have no wispies. And like our Nifty cotton, it does not have that sheen and it's just sturdy yarn. And it might have some little flibbles in it. And this is going to be pretty smooth and consistent and fun is what it means. And I will figure out something to make from one of these. If you want to weigh in on what color I should make it out of, go ahead. But by the time I read your comment, I might have already started. We'll see. I'll be really busy today though. So get your comments in today and maybe I can take them into account. All right. We need to go, but what things do we need to review before we go, Liz?
Tomorrow is Dear Becky and Lizzie.
Mm-hmm. We have one question.
If you would like to get a question in there, either for tomorrow or next week, depending on how much time we have, you can email.
We're going to talk about kits too. So yes. You can email Liz and she'll tell you her address in just a second. But we apologize in advance if we don't get to it. We will do it the week after too. Yep. Go ahead.
Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com.
Okay. And if you want to write us, Dear Becky and Lizzie, Sundragon Art and Fiber, 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712. We should get that on the docket for an upcoming week because it won't arrive by tomorrow. Nope. So we do have Knit Night this Friday because I got my shot last week. So we can do Knit Night this week. We had fun last night. It was fun to be like, yay, it's been a week. Woo! And Knit Night, as always, and for the foreseeable future, is on Zoom on your computer or tablet. It's very easy to join. We have a link on Facebook to get you there. We put a link in a lot of our social media posts to get you there. Or if you already have Zoom and click join a meeting and you put in the shop phone number,
828-877-3550.
I'm so proud.
Only took me a whole year to get that figured out.
You'll go into the weight room and I'll let you in, and I might ask you to turn your camera on if you haven't. That's just so we can say hi. And yeah, so let's see what else. Our next Saturday virtual duo platform sit and stitch is going to be May 22nd. So we have a few weeks off to get ready. And we look forward to seeing you then. But until then, your Saturdays are your own. And same here. But as always, the shop hours here, when you can reach us by phone or by email or by walking up to the shop, are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. And make an appointment if you want to come inside. It's super easy to do so. sundragonartandfiber.com. And
public service announcement.
yes, what?
If you go to sundragonartandfiber.com and you see our shop policies, they're current.
Yes.
We'll change them when they're not.
Yes.
I
even put a thing on there that said, as of April 2021. I mean, I'll go double check that I didn't accidentally say
if you're
2020.
going to drive any distance to your local yarn shop,
check ahead.
Call ahead. They really don't care. In fact, it's easier if you call ahead and go, hey, are you? Aren't you? What are you?
You know, it's okay to say, hey, do you have this yarn? Because there are a lot of yarns in existence right now, and we don't have them all. We have some ones we think you're going to absolutely love. But like we had an email lately from someone who said, I want to make this pattern for Jaeger yarn that I've had for a long time. And these Jaeger yarns I really do like. Could you get them for me? They don't make them anymore. Like even we don't carry them, but even if we didn't carry them, I looked into it, it's a discontinued yarn. And so we will help as best we can with things like that. Anyway.
Sorry, that's just been weighing on my mind. Help your local yarn shop help you.
Dragging her soul down. Because we hate to say to people when they drive long distances, no, you can't come in without an appointment. And it's easy to make an appointment, but they're just crushed because they drove this long way. And they thought, and the people yesterday actually thought that they checked and saw our policies and thought they were outdated and drove up anyway. And they may be not what you're thinking should be done right now, but they're what we're comfortable doing and what we think is best for ourselves and our customers. And so they have not changed. And I don't know when they will change, but we still can find you really awesome stuff to take home. And it's a win-win because you take home lovely yarn and we stay in business.
There's any doubt, just ask.
Yeah. Oh, and just, this week, this weekend, a code that we will give you with a purchase of a kit or enough yarn to make this. Ask us if you have questions about what yarns might work. This weekend, any code you get from buying a yarn to make this will work on Ravelry for a free code to make this. It's fun. Okay.
So cute.
Have a good day.